Oh, I asked for Christmas from Sam's parents. It's a Ted Lasso shirt. It's Roy Kent's face, and it says "whistle."
That's a good
Nice.
one.
I was like, if they get that for me, I wear it all the time. Whistle, whistle. I'm
I'm allergic to tin.
allergic to impure metals.
Hello, and welcome to Three Nerds Deep. My name is Adam, and as always, I am joined by Andrew and Andy. Say hello, nerds.
Hello, nerds.
What's up, everybody? You nerds, you.
All right. So, thank you guys for joining us again. Sorry we did not get a video out last week. It was Thanksgiving, and we just could not coordinate our schedules in order to record. So, I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, and hope that the rest of the holiday season is merry for you. And on that note, today we're actually going to be talking about Christmas movies. We're going to be talking about our our favorite ones, like our top 10, and then also as a group our top 16 Christmas movies because they didn't all overlap.
You could almost say it's the 16 movies of Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, with that, Andrew kind of took the lead on getting all the numbers figured out, so I'm going to kick it over to him.
I feel kicked up.
And let us know your favorite Christmas movie in the comments. Leave us some comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Before we start,
Go for it.
can I get some shout outs?
I've got a couple shout outs that I haven't done because we were doing the D&D stuff.
No, that's true. Okay, so first shout out I'd like to give one to is even though we didn't get to meet because we took our holiday for Thanksgiving, I want to give a shout out to what I consider the greatest Thanksgiving movie of all time, which is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. And if you're not watching that on Thanksgiving or around the Thanksgiving season, what are you doing with your life? I'm looking at you two, Adam and Andy. Get your lives together.
I think I've seen that movie, like parts of that movie. I don't think I've ever watched it all the way through.
It's the best Thanksgiving movie, and you should absolutely watch
I
it.
feel like isn't it one of the only Thanksgiving movies?
There's a lot more out there than you realize, but yeah, kind of.
I'm trying to think. Is the movie Holiday Inn? I'm pretty sure that has a Thanksgiving aspect to it because it's like all the holidays.
I think a lot of movies might have Thanksgiving like aspects to them, but they're not like wouldn't call them Thanksgiving movies.
This one's built around Thanksgiving to a degree. There's other ones that involve like the meal, but this one doesn't. But it's still good.
Right.
Other shout out that I don't know if anybody will care about this one at all that listens too much, but I'm gonna give a big old shout out to the Ohio State Buckeyes for taking down Michigan 27-9 last weekend. And
for the first time in how long?
5 years. But actually, I got into a fight with somebody over on Facebook about that because he said he was a Michigan fan that was all upset, and he said something along the lines of, "You guys, what was it?" He's like, "Y'all been waiting 6 years to brag about this, essentially," and he used some explicatives and stuff like that. And I did the math, and I was like, "I think you mean 4 years." And he's like, "No, when's the last time you won?" And I was like, 2019. And he's like, actually 2019 because you guys were too chicken to play in 2020. Talking a little bit of trash. And then he was like, no, yeah, so that's 6 years. And I was like, right. but it's only 4 years because in what you've been saying, we got to brag all of 2019 and 2020 up until the day before you won,
Right.
and he was a little bit mean, and I was a little bit mean. So if you know who you are and you're out there, I'm sorry for being mean. But go Bucks!
Hence why I don't have Facebook anymore. No more arguments with people online.
I only talk about stuff
Amen.
on Facebook when it has to do with Ohio State, and I do it real like sparingly. I used to
Right.
be real bad, and I started annoying my own self in my history. Anyway, those are my shout outs. Oh, I guess I could
Right.
add one more shout out. Yesterday, I went and saw Wicked for Good.
How was it?
It's okay. It's not as good as the first one.
That's what
And
I heard from other people that have
we
seen it. They
did-
said it wasn't as good as the first one.
You can definitely tell there's some pacing issues. But that's because like the whole play is 2 hours and 2.5 hours, like the stage play is, and they put it into 2 movies. And like they added some stuff in there, but you can just tell the pacing's not as good as it was with the first one.
Good to know.
But it's still good. Unlike what, who knows? Andy might actually really, really like it because I don't trust any of his opinions on things. That's not true. Actually, I trust it a lot more.
Just not on musicals.
Just no. We're not talking about musicals today.
Yeah, we
Let's
are.
move on.
Well,
Like
Andy,
half the
what's
Christmas
your
movies are musicals.
No,
Like
we're
half
not.
of my Christmas movies are
Stop it.
musicals.
They're movies that have music in them. There's a difference. We don't need
White
to get
Christmas
into it.
is 100% a musical.
No, it is
Oh,
not.
yeah.
Spirited is 100% a musical.
Spirit is a movie musical, but it is not a movie. It is not a musical. We'll talk about this. We'll get there. Andy, you had shout outs.
I've got a couple. First shout out is I finally watched Fantastic Four a couple weeks ago, and it got me actually kind of excited for Avengers Doomsday.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I watched the Ballerina movie, which is a spin-off of John Wick. And it was actually really good. I had heard it wasn't very good, but I didn't hate it. It was good. Like, obviously, John Wick is better just because it's John Wick. But also, they did a good job of making it kind of her own movie.
Right.
They did have John Wick in it, and there was a really cool John Wick scene. Like, there's 2 guys. They're like,
Spoiler.
come on, spoiler warning, but it's fantastic scene.
I haven't seen it yet, so don't you say anything else.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Fine. I won't say it, but when you watch it, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's one of the greatest scenes ever, and it's... Anyway.
When I wanted to watch it, I haven't yet, but that's because I needed somebody to explain the timeline. I just need to know where it fits, because... Spoiler
I'm
for
not
as new a
100%
movie.
sure where it fits.
It doesn't take place after all of the John Wick movies. It's in the middle.
It's like in the middle of them.
Right.
Like,
but that's all I needed to know, because I was like, they're not trying to bring John Wick back to life. Like, don't do that. Like, it was such a good fitting ending. Don't read.
I mean, I haven't seen the last one, but does he actually die, or is it...
I'm not telling you.
Like, I've seen lots of things where it's like,
what's your other
is he
shout
actually
out?
dead?
My third shout out is the Mighty Nine TV show as released.
Oh, yeah.
And it's very good. I haven't watched the newest episode that came out yesterday, but
I watched half of it.
It's good. I like it. They're doing a good job with it. So, which I figured they would. But
Adam, do you have any other shout outs?
I will shout out Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord. It's a game I've played a lot, but I actually just got it for the computer, and my computer actually runs it pretty well. as I've probably mentioned a couple times, my computer is slowly dying, but it manages to handle Bannerlord 2 or Mountain Blade 2 fairly well. Now, I haven't bought the new DLC that just came out. I think it was last week. That adds a whole new faction, adds boat combat, adds a bunch of other things to it. I've watched a couple videos of guys playing it. I want to get it, but don't have the funds for it. But that game's super fun. And that's about it. I've been way too busy to really watch anything. I guess if we're going to talk a little bit about sports, shout out for the Cowboys beating the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. That was awesome. So
good on them.
Yep. I'm a Cowboys fan for the listeners, and they make me ready to get hurt again. So
yeah,
that's how I am with the Bears every year.
Yeah,
I'm ready to be hurt again. Like
as a Colts fan, I'm glad that I'm not feeling that pain this year. They're doing okay.
I don't know. They've lost 2 straight, so we'll see.
I think 3 straight now.
Oh, is it 3? Either way, they're
3 straight now.
Cowboys are on a 3-game winning streak. The Colts are on a 3-game losing streak. So
Bears are on like a 4 or 5 game winning streak.
For now. They got the Packers this week, though, don't they?
They do, and I'm going to miss the game, and I'm really upset about it.
Little fact, these nerds are also into football, just so you guys know. All right.
That's about it. A lot of people are like, hey, do you like basketball? No, not really. Baseball? No, just football.
Oh, man.
I'm into baseball. And a little bit of basketball.
I will go to games. I will go to
And I'm trying to get into hockey.
I want to get into hockey so bad.
I do too. It's like the last manly sport. Like they're still allowed to fight. Like they're literally allowed to fight, and you're not gonna you'll go to the penalty box, but it's not like you're getting like suspended for 6 weeks. Like
I feel like that's wrong. It's not the last one because there are still people who do like medieval melee combat right now.
That's true, but it's never going to be that popular except for at Renaissance fairs.
Dude, I wish. Could you imagine televised like every Saturday or whatever, just guys wailing on each other? That'd be awesome.
That's true.
All right, let's move on. So, I have to explain how we came up with this data, and by we, I mean I did it. I was very nerdy about it. We have a list. We haven't had a list actually since our very first 3 podcasts. This one hopefully won't take as long. But anyway, because we didn't unlike the Marvel Infinity Saga, we didn't know exactly which movies we were all going to pick. So we picked what we all just considered to be our top 10 and ranked them 1 through 10. But we also gave them ratings. But the higher the ranking, there is a more chance for greater points. And the ones that are at the top of the list are all made their way onto all of our lists as we went on. So the ones that are at the bottom of the list, you'll find out were probably more just one of us put them on our list. And some of us will be upset, some of us won't. Truth of the matter is, the thing that I actually got from Adam and Andy when you guys sent me your list separately, Adam sent me a separate text that said, but these are all 10s, really. Adam's having a really hard time. I hurt Adam. I made him rank his Christmas movies and rate them, and he was not happy because he wanted to rank them all at number 1 and all at 10 points. And I was like, no, you can't do that, Adam. And so that's
essentially what I did too. Like I told Andrew, I was like, all these movies in Christmas time are 10 out of 10. So I ranked them based off of if you watch them not at Christmas time.
Which is a
way. I don't know if that makes sense.
I think it made
that's
sense
just because it's like all these movies are fantastic, and I love them.
All these movies get an extra 10 points if you watch them during Christmas time.
Exactly.
Which is generally why I watch these movies only at Christmas time. But so we all have our own individual lists that will we can delve into as we talk about this and where we put them. We also, just like the other list, we're not just talking about our list. We have some other people's lists. I pulled a rating out of the best, I think it was best 100 movies. IMDb had a spot for best 100 Christmas movies, and some of ours aren't on that list, which hurts my heart. But I think it was based off of popular opinion. It wasn't necessarily somebody out there that did it. And I found an Esquire list that did the top 50, another one where some of our movies are not on that list. But then there's good old Rotten Tomatoes that we've got our critic score and the audience score to go along with that. So we're not just going to argue against each other. This is a battle royale against people we don't know. And to start that, let's start with our list at number 16. Oh, we do have 3 ties. So we are starting at 16, but there are more than 16 movies. And at number 16 is The Polar Express, which I am the only person who put it down on the list. And I am surprised that neither one of you had that on there.
It's a good
Another
movie.
really
It's
good.
just not. It's not one of my go-to Christmas movies.
Really?
Right. Like, it's not, it's a good movie, but it's not one that I make sure that I watch every year.
This one comes from me because it used to be the one I would show at the holiday time in my classroom when I had everybody in the class that would celebrate Christmas, which more often than not was the case.
Right. No, it's a great movie. It's got, Tom Hanks great in it. I love the memes that came from this movie. It's just good, but it's just it had to make the cutoff somewhere. So
Yeah, that's the biggest thing.
there's so many good Christmas movies. Like,
this isn't actually the one I'm most surprised on my list that wasn't on your lists at all. But actually, I do like it. I think Tom Hanks does a great job. I used to hate the animation style, but I actually have grown to kind of love it and wish they would do some more like this. Because when this movie came out and they made that like weird live action animation, like Beowulf also came out, and it was weird. It was like,
right.
Is this live action or is it not? Or is this animated? And it's like, can't we just be happy with it being a little bit of both? But it's a good Christmas movie. It's got all the Christmassy things in it. It's got kids wondering about Christmas. It's got the silver bell, which is iconic now. At least in my house it is.
Well, and then you got the train just drifting on a frozen lake or whatever.
That's so good. It's a great scene.
It's a great scene. Fantastic.
If your sphincter doesn't pucker up a little bit on that scene, are you even really living your life? On that note, I actually do think, however, I'm more accurate in this in some ways and very wrong in others. IMDb, out of their 100, has this as the 12th best Christmas movie, which still technically wouldn't make our list because and we have it at 16. Esquire had it at 29, but it is terrible on Rotten Tomatoes. Critics gave it a 55%, and audiences only gave it a 64%. It is easily one of our lowest ranked by Rotten Tomatoes. I think it's the top 3 by critics.
Which is kind of crazy to me because of how popular it is, like, everywhere. Libraries show it every year, but
it's the third worst movie on our list on Rotten Tomatoes by critics, and it is out of the I think 14 that I have here. Because there's some ties to in Rotten Tomatoes. It's tied for, or no, it's like 11th. So it's not great. But I think that's criminal. We have to add some Christmas cheer to Polar Express. But anyway,
It's like I said, it's a good movie. It's one of those that I would say is an honorable mention for me.
I think that's where we're gonna leave. There are no dishonorable mentions necessarily.
Actually, all the Hallmark movies are dishonorable mentions.
We don't talk about
Hey.
we don't talk about those.
Easy on Hallmark, Lander.
Actually, that's just one movie.
They're garbage.
It's just one movie.
They're all
anyway,
bad.
No,
they're all one movie.
No, Hallmark Christmas movies are bad unless it's Christmas time. Like we said,
they're still bad.
They get a 10-point bump, but 10 times 0 is still 0.
No,
I agree. I agree.
There's some good ones.
Anyway, we're gonna move on to the next one, which Adam only had this on his list, and
which
Adam
is
had
criminal.
A lot on his. Well, I can defend myself a little bit. Anyway, and which is our
dude? It's a great movie.
It's actually tied. I haven't even said it yet. Let me say it.
I know. I'm looking at the list.
Tied. This one's tied with another movie, but we'll talk about this one first. Tied for 15th is The Year Without Santa. And so this isn't the only one here. It's tied with another one. But this is Adam's. This is the only one that made it to Adam's list.
Dude, it's a good movie, Adam. Like,
it's a great movie.
It was one of those movies when I was making my list. Is if those who don't know, this is a Rankin and Bass, which they make, in my opinion, the best Christmas movies back in the day. And I was looking up Rankin and Bass Christmas movies, and I was like, I know I want at least 2, maybe 3 in there, and I had to pick and choose. And I was like, how do I can't do this one because the other 3 or 2 that I have on my list are better, in my opinion. But it still was like, this hurts not to put this in my top 10. It's got the great Heat Miser song.
Dude, so good.
So good.
So, even though I'm the oldest one here, I never watched those growing up.
Oh,
like I've seen. I didn't grow up in that household that watched them. I don't know if it
25
was,
Days of Christmas on ABC Family.
It might have the animation style, the claymation might have made somebody in my family uncomfortable at one point in time. Not like this is the devil. We can't didn't like how it looked. And
so good.
That kind of uncomfortable, and we just never had them. I didn't watch another movie that makes it onto the list.
So have you seen it?
I haven't. That one I haven't. The only one.
What?
Dude, you got to. It's good.
I think there's only 2 of them I've ever seen. Is Rudolph. I've watched Rudolph because Jackie made me watch that one.
That one's good.
He was like, you need to watch this one. I was like, okay. And
it's got to be Santa Claus is Coming to Town, right?
That one.
Okay,
that one's on, that's a goat.
Is Rudolph the only one with the? I don't know. Which is the one with the dude that I can't remember his name.
You're talking about Yukon Cornelius?
Yes.
Yukon Cornelius, yeah.
Yeah,
that's Rudolph.
Okay, that's the only one I've seen then, is Rudolph. And I was glad. Yeah. So, because I thought that was absolutely bonkers. And I
Dude, it's so good.
So good.
But anyway, so that is my good excuse, is I didn't put those on my list because I never really watched them, and I still to this day have not. And my
I guarantee you, if you watch they've seen them and they don't like them. My kids love them.
Not a lot of them, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
That's your
I don't
homework.
even know where to.
I'm issuing homework for the first time.
Where do we see them at? Where do you watch them?
I'm pretty sure most of those are on HBO Max.
All right.
Or Hulu. I forget. It's one of those
homework.
2.
I'll have homework.
Yep.
And they're not very long. They're like an hour and
it's historic
15
moment for
minutes.
the first time ever. Adam's issuing homework and not being issued homework yet.
But even like the critics, some of them are stinkers. I'm gonna tell you. Apparently, not me. I haven't seen them. Like I'm not, but other lists are labeling some of your other ones on here as stinkers. But A Year Without Santa,
Dude,
not a stinker. Apparently,
no, they love that one.
this one did make it on both of the other lists. It's only 62 on IMDb though. 48 at Esquire out of 50. And but Rotten Tomatoes saves the day with 90% by critics. It's a high score for critics, I think, but also an 83 by audiences, which I think is a good ranking. I didn't realize how bad some of these ranked on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yep.
Yeah, some of it's kind of crazy.
It's definitely got the Christmas effect, I think. Like these movies might not actually be as good as we think they are, but that Christmas multiplier really helps it out.
That or people are
I don't think people
rating it lower because it is a Christmas movie.
I'm gonna tell you, I don't know. Maybe that's true. That's a thing. Okay, and so
I mean, if you think about it, there's certain tropes that are in most Christmas movies, and most critics are going to be like, "Oh, it's so derivative." It's like it's a Christmas movie. You're
Right.
overthinking a Christmas movie. Like,
Exactly.
what is the selling point? What happens? Explain it in one sentence. The difference for this is also part of the problem, as you didn't know. I have a hard time telling the difference between all the different claymation movies.
Yeah.
What is the standout for A Year Without Santa?
This
Santa
one,
wants to quit or
so
whatever.
Santa, the problem is Santa, people aren't believing, and so Santa's sick, and he's just because people aren't believing, I'm just going to take off this year, and so Rudolph.
Oh, so it's a sequel.
Rudolph's in it,
Is
but
he?
I don't know if it's a sequel. Yeah,
I don't think he's in that one, is he?
I'm pretty.
No, because the two elves take a Blitzen or whatever.
You're right. It's two elves. So I'm thinking of the New Year's Eve. Yeah, the New Year baby one.
You don't need to spoil it. I just needed a little bit, so I know the difference when I do.
And then you got the Heat Miser and I forget what is the Ice Miser or whatever it's called. The Heat Miser, and they're awesome. It's great.
Okay, I have heard of them.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, if you haven't heard the Heat Miser song, then you've never been on the internet.
Okay, and the other one that tied with that was another one that was only on my list. Hopefully, it's at least on your honorable mentions. But A Christmas Story.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
At 15, and
my dad's personal favorite Christmas movie.
Yeah. It's pretty high up for me in my rankings. Every bit as high as A Year Without Santa is for you, Adam.
It's not. It would be an honorable mention just because it's iconic, but I've never been the biggest fan of A Christmas Story. But I don't know if it's a generational type of thing.
It could be, but I also know where it transcends other people. But
yeah, I was just never the biggest fan of it. Like, there's iconic scenes that I enjoy, like the pink rabbit costume that his aunt makes him. Because we've all been there, where somebody gives you a gift that you don't really like, but your parents are like, "Oh, I'll go try it on." It's like, I really don't want to try this thing on.
He doesn't look in the camera, but when he looks at his parents after he pulls it out and he puts it back down, he knows what's going to happen. They're like, "Go and put it on." Parents are evil in that.
Well, the funny thing is, the dad knows it's ridiculous, but the mom's just like, "Go put it on," and the dad's like, "Don't make him put that on."
One thing I do enjoy about the movie is the narration of his older self, like telling the story. Because I don't know what it is when he's narrating, like when he cusses in front of his dad, or when he's narrating, like when he shoots his eye out, like. Those are funny scenes. Like, I could picture myself being like, "Oh no, I'm blind." Like, it's like
if you have a narrator that actively talks throughout the whole movie, and they don't feel like another character, then you're doing narration wrong.
Yeah,
right.
But anyway, I think A Christmas Story is a good movie. It should be on there.
Oh, definitely a good movie.
IMDb agrees with me, and so does Esquire. IMDb gave it the 8th spot Esquire gave it the 3rd spot. And Rotten Tomatoes, both critics and audiences agree at 89%.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next one. This is ranked 14th. This is another one where it was Adam. So, Andy, I think what we can say safely here is yours has the most, is like the combination so far of me and Adam's list, because this is just me and
I think
Adam
so.
going back and forth with the low ballers.
Well, the thing is for me is I love this movie. Have you said what movie it is yet?
No.
No.
It is.
I love it, but I didn't think it was a Christmas movie.
We did allude to it already. It is. Did we get that in the pod, or was that pre-pod?
That was pre-pod, but I could
think that was
talk about
pre-pod.
it again.
The movie is Jack Frost, and this is another one of those claymation
Rankin and Bass
movies that Rankin and Bass that I did not watch this one. So the biggest hot take here is it a Christmas movie? Because we have one nerd that says it is, and one nerd that says it isn't.
I wasn't
and one
sure
nerd who's never seen it. So am I the tiebreaker after I do my homework?
Yes, because I don't think Christmas is specifically in the movie, but they always show it around Christmas time. This movie and the Rudolph movie with about the New Year's baby, I love both those movies, but I wasn't sure if I could count them because technically the one New Year's Eve baby one is not a Christmas movie. Still a good movie, but I wasn't sure about this one because I don't think it's explicitly a Christmas movie. It's a great movie, and I understand why Adam put it in there. But
I don't know.
When you look it up online, like I looked it up online, and it does describe it as a Christmas movie, but I don't remember Christmas being like a central theme of the movie. But it's still good. Like, it would be an honorable mention for me. So, Andrew, when you do your homework, let us know.
I'll have to let you know.
Be the tiebreaker.
I'm gonna say, if it's at least
it's a holiday season movie. Yeah.
But is it a Christmas movie? That's the question that will.
And I haven't seen it since last year, so I might not be remembering it because I usually do watch it this time of year. So,
all right, we are now moving on to the next.
Also a great movie.
Let's back up because I didn't do everything. This one, however, which would explain possibly whether it is or is not a Christmas movie, did not make the list for IMDb or Esquire, which could be telling that it is.
I think it's also just not as well known.
It is also ranked pretty awful on Rotten Tomatoes. Yeah, as a 67% by critics.
I mean, that's 62. Passing. It's a passing grade.
62 is not passing.
Yeah, it is. It's a D.
No, they don't let you pass with a D- anymore.
I was saying, I feel like this one, like if you compare it to like Santa Claus is Coming to Town, it's not as good. Like, or The Year Without Santa, like it's not as good. I love it, but it's also really short. I think it's only like 25 minutes compared to the other ones. I could be mistaken, but it's pretty short.
Oh, then you know what we actually need to really negotiate there. If it's that short, is it a movie?
It's 48 minutes long.
Show?
Oh, 48 minutes. So
we can count it.
A lot of those.
It was a TV special, like movie type of thing.
Yeah, like a lot of the Rankin and Bass are like an hour or less because
if it was an hour, I would count it. But it's those other. Because one of the reasons I thought about it, but I didn't put it on a list. In the middle of our list, honorable mention was Charlie Brown Christmas, but that's only like a half hour long.
I would count that.
I don't count it. It's not a movie.
I would. It's a TV movie.
It was not even no. I disagree.
It was on for an hour on your TV.
It was only like a half hour long.
No, because there would be commercials in the middle of it, so it'd end up being an hour long.
All right. Get out of town. Next one. Moving on. Actual list, not honorable mention.
Charlie Brown's Christmas is 30 minutes long.
See? It's this one on the list, though, is the only one that Andy is flying solo on. This is the only one that Andy is the only person to put on his list,
Which one
which
was
is
it?
surprising. And honestly, if anything, Adam would have put this one here probably if it wasn't for if Jack Frost isn't considered a Christmas movie. But this is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Andy, you want to explain why this one is your number is on here, but as our number 13.
Well, I think we talked about it a little bit already, but it is so zany,
Mhm.
and it's got some awesome characters like Yukon Cornelius, the elf that doesn't want to be like a toy maker elf. He wants to be a dentist. Is pretty great.
I do like that.
There's some like I don't know if you could call it terrible treatment of Rudolph. I was going to say
Racism.
borderline racism. Yeah,
Not
borderline
borderline.
racism with Rudolph because his nose is shiny. That's the same one with the Island of Misfit Toys too, right? Like there's some
Yeah.
good songs in it. Like there's some good songs in it.
So I would say personally, this song's objectively better than Jack Frost. I just like Jack Frost more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But it is probably objectively a better movie.
Yep.
And it is on my. It would, if Jack Frost didn't count, it would be on my list. But yeah,
It's good. Like
it is the only one I sing. Jackie would
Yeah.
agree with you guys. It's a good Christmas movie.
the thing that makes me, I know it's like nitpicking, but like Rudolph's voice is obnoxious to me. I can't stand Rudolph's voice. But then it's got Cornelius, so it balances itself out. So,
Did you guys know? Fun fact: I learned this later. It's because I was reading it in school. The Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer book is actually based just off of advertising for Montgomery Ward. That's how Rudolph became a thing.
I'm not that surprised. I mean,
I think that's so
Like-
ridiculous. What a weird thing. Rudolph, I think, has outlasted Rudolph outlasted Montgomery Ward.
I don't know who that is or what that is.
So it's a store. An old
Oh,
yeah. Anyway, it's a department store, but it outlasted.
well, really, most of Christmas, a lot of Christmas stuff is just advertising to sell stuff.
It's like grafted in. Rudolph is the Gentile of the Christmas story. That was grafted into Christmas. All right, moving on. The next one that is, I'm going to mildly spoil it, but only mildly, is the redheaded stepchild. But it's also our first sequel that is not as good as the original.
no,
That
not
makes
as good.
that makes the list, and that is and Adam put it on by himself with the Santa Claus 2. The
Very
second
good movie.
it's a good movie.
Yeah,
Like it's an honorable mention for me. It's a good movie.
it's a great.
I
wait,
wouldn't
hold
put
on.
it in my top
Sorry,
10.
guys. I got to back up again. Sorry. Rudolph
Did you
is so
skip one?
good. No, Rudolph is so
Oh.
good. I just didn't talk about it. IMDb has it at 5. This Esquire I found had it at 15. But critics give it probably one of the highest scores out of any of the movies on this list at 95% in Rotten Tomatoes. And audiences like it at an 84%. Which I think it's interesting when audiences don't like a movie, but critics love a movie.
Right.
But
Well,
anyway.
and it's not that audiences didn't like it; they just didn't like
No.
it quite as much as the critics did. Because it still got an 84. Like,
Right.
The
But
critics
we're
think it's
gonna
almost
notice-
a perfect movie.
Right. Like we're going to notice as these go on that like, we've already talked about it. The critic scores and the Rotten Tomato scores get weird with some of these movies. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry. Back to the Santa Claus 2. It's the Mrs. Claus.
Yeah, it's hilarious. I think it's not as good of a movie as the first Santa Claus. Maybe light spoiler right there, but
It's-
it is it's still a good movie.
Did you
And
just
it
give a
is hilarious.
spoiler warning to something that they are
Our
currently
list.
listening to?
Yeah, it's like a little preview,
thing-
but like it's not as good as the first one. But to me, I think it's funnier than the first
is.
one, but
I
it's
think it
not as
definitely is funnier.
good as a movie as a whole.
You know what it reminds me of? So when you watch the Rush Hour trilogy, the first movie is funny, but it's not that funny. Like it's more of like a action movie with some laughs in it.
Rush Hour 2.
And then Rush
Yeah.
Hour 2 is
Hilarious.
really funny. And it's the same thing with the Santa Claus. Like the Santa Claus is a funny movie, the first one. But then in the second one it's like, you know what? Let's make this a little bit let's make it a little bit more silly funny than just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because
it's good.
The first Santa Claus movie's borderline adult movie. Like,
oh yeah. Well, it
definitely
like,
seems like it's geared more towards children.
Rewatching that as an adult, I'm like, I watched this as a very small child. I don't know if I should have some of these jokes in here.
I used to watch it in school.
Yeah.
I remember specifically watching that one. Anyway, we'll get there. The thing with Santa Claus 2 that really takes it over the top is Tim Allen's acting as the giant plastic Santa.
It's hilarious.
Like it both ruins and makes the movie at the same time.
It's so good because he's just playing a version of himself that's over the top and ridiculous. Like, and that's why I think it's hilarious. Like the rubber tushy, like he's made of plastic and he has a rubber tushy and the character touches his butt and like you hear the squeaking. Like
the funniest part of that movie, in my opinion, is when he drinks hot cocoa for the first time. You go, wow!
Yep.
What is that? Like you can't even give it justice for how well he responds in that. Like that's how we should all feel when we just have the best cup of hot chocolate.
I need to have some of that hot cocoa because apparently it's pretty great.
It turns you into Harry Met Sally when you're that lady on the side bench. You're like, I'll have whatever he's having. Like that's kind of what it is, except for more kid friendly. But it's the same. Yeah. It gives the same vibe, same energy.
Yeah. Well,
I love the football scene.
Yeah, the football scene. As a kid, and maybe part of the reason why I have it so high is like this movie came out when we were kids. Like, loved this movie. Football scene, loved it. It was my favorite scene in any movie as a kid for a long time. Like it was, as like we said before, love football. And then
who doesn't want to play football with Santa?
Right?
In the snow.
In the snow. Playing football in the snow when you're young is the
most. Well, it depends which football scene, because there's two. Yeah, there's the one in the beginning of the movie, and then the play. They're both good. Like they're both. You're not good.
Wrong.
Playing with
you're not wrong.
Seems abusive.
Yeah.
It's like me when I play with my kids, just stiff arming them. Like,
and I will say it didn't make anybody's list, but I also enjoyed the third one, even though it's definitely the weakest of the three by a lot. But I did enjoy the third one.
I can't separate the second and the third one. I think they're both similarly funny, but they're also both similarly bad.
I feel like the third one's more bad.
I don't know because Martin Short in the third one.
I know
he very much Martin Shorts.
Yeah, Martin Short's amazing. Like he just.
It would have been funnier. It would have been funnier if they had Martin Short's Jack Frost meet up with plastic toy Santa.
Dude, that would have been funny.
That would have been great.
The Santa Claus sequels have the best villains. Can we say that? Like they're just so good. Yeah.
Well, there's no
plastic Santa.
That's also kind of why the first one's good, though. There isn't really a villain.
Yeah, that's because it's just a different vibe of movie. Like you could tell they did a tone shift because they're like, oh, we need to make a second one. All right, but what's the plot going to be?
9 years later.
Right. Like 9 years later, we're going to make a sequel, and what's the plot going to be? I don't know.
And they have like a completely different color palette from the first one to the second and third one.
Well, that's also partly because it's 9 years later.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like
the first one definitely looks like a 90s movie.
Well, there was a lot more a lot more Christmas colors. There's a lot more reds and greens, and then Santa Claus 2 and 3, it's a lot more whites and blues. I found.
Well,
another really
Andrew,
hilarious
you're
part
also
of the-
Andrew,
colorblind.
can you tell you're colorblind? So
Like,
another good. Okay,
because I was like,
second
whites and
funniest-
blues. Where's he getting whites and blues? And
Sorry.
I was like, oh, right, Andrew's
yeah, I'm
colorblind.
colorblind. Sorry. It changed. Okay, I can't tell you what the
criticizing a
colors were.
movie about the color palette and you're colorblind.
Well, but you could. I'm not wrong. I'm wrong in what colors I said, but they are definitely a different color.
Well,
palette.
No, they
Yeah,
are a
it definitely
different tone.
changes
Like it's definitely the
because-
colors are
Yeah, in the first one, the colors are more darker, more traditional.
right.
Like that. Well, I guess traditional in the sense like how, because like even nowadays, a lot of decorations and stuff is brighter than it was when we were kids and younger. They had a lot of darker colors. It just aged up with the audience and how things went. But
Kind of. I think it aged down and then it stayed there.
well, like aged
'Cause of the
down in
tone
the
of
sense
it.
that like it. I meant aged up as in like it changed with the age and the demographic of the people watching movie. Like they made it for kids. So
I do
while the
think
first one had that 90s vibe where should it be a kids movie?
right.
Because there's a lot of 90s kids movies that are like, I don't know if this would
like
This
angels
might
in
be
the outfield.
or
I haven't
Heavyweights.
watched that in a while, but I want to again.
I was watching
I
it with the
rewatched-
kids, and there's some cussing in it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness!"
I watched- I watched Heavyweights this week, and I was like, there's a lot of
Oh,
the A word in here. Like still
No, the
great.
second funniest part, I think, in the Santa Claus 2. First off, all the scenes with the first is still the scenes with Plastic Santa. The second funniest part that I don't think gets enough credit is Christmas Carol. The girl he dates and goes on a
Mhm.
date with, and in the middle of everything, she's just like is obsessed with Santa, and that whole singing. I just think that's hilarious. But anyway,
That's good. That's definitely good.
next one that I actually am surprised made it this high up, but it's also because we have an agreement here. This is this our first?
No, I've
know,
never seen this movie.
No, not all of us, but there is an agreement.
Oh yeah.
Ranked pretty low on both of our lists, and I wonder if it's for the same reason. But me and Andy both put this one on our lists, and it's Spirited, the probably the newest movie. I think it's the newest
think
movie
so.
on here, but I think it's rightfully there.
2020, right? Or 2021?
I think it's 2023.
Oh, that new?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the Ryan Reynolds, Will Ferrell, dare I say, sequel of the Christmas Carol legend, of the Christmas Carol story by Charles Dickens.
Yep.
And I had a hard time accepting putting this on my list because there's so many good Christmas movies to put. But this one is, since it's came out, we've watched it every year. Like, not with the kids. It is not a kids' Christmas
You
movie.
cannot watch it with the kids.
But it is one that me and Jackie actively will look forward to
I'm
watch.
hoping to watch it this year. We didn't watch it last year, but I'm hoping to watch it this year. It's good. It's got like surprisingly good music, good singing. Like the story, like you're kind of know what's going. Like you're kind of like, who is this character? And then all of a sudden, when it's revealed who he is, it's like, what? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, but it's weird because I was like trying to figure out my top 10. This might be my 10th movie. I can't remember. Let me look at the list. I don't remember where
I think
had
you
this
have it
ranked.
up a little higher.
It's my 9th movie.
Yeah.
And I was a little surprised that I put it that high, to be honest. But then I just remember, like, enjoying it so much. Like,
I'm thinking it might be
It would
classic
probably-
in our home.
Huh?
It might
What'd you
become a
say?
classic in our home, is all I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like, it's got potential there. Out of all the real new ones that might ever fall away, because there's a lot of kids' Christmas movies that we're watching that I think are still good, that maybe my kids will also enjoy as we get older still, that I've thought about putting on there, but I'm like, they might fall away as they get older too. But this one I think is gonna stick. Like, for at least me and Jackie, it'll be the movie. It's like, here's your first grown-up Christmas movie to enjoy.
Yeah, what I like about it is like because Will Ferrell, I like most Will Ferrell movies. I like, but there's definitely the over the top Will Ferrell, and he's not really over the top in this movie. And then Ryan Reynolds, like almost anything he's in, I will probably watch, like just because he's fantastic. But like I said, I was surprised by how good all the singing was, and the music, and I
Tugs
did
at
not.
your heartstrings a little
you
bit.
were not.
Yep.
You were not prepared for good singing. Will Ferrell is amazing.
Yeah, I know Will Ferrell can
sounds
sing.
Love
like-
You Sexy. Come on, man.
It
You've
sounds
seen
like-
Love You Sexy. You got to know that.
I know Will Ferrell can sing, but like
He
I was
sounds like
kind of
Jesus
surprised.
and an angel if they were to sing, if they were to have a baby. Is that what the line is?
I don't remember what the line is, but then like Ryan Reynolds does a good job. Didn't know he could. So
Yeah, he apparently went on the like Japanese version of The Masked Singer.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, like I said, it's a like probably the best modern Christmas movie
I think
like-
it's up there for sure.
because
I'll
I
say
haven't.
I haven't seen this one. I've wanted to, but I don't have Apple TV. So
Mm. That sounds like a hang homework assignment. Like, you just have to hang out with
homework?
somebody. Yeah, you're gonna have
yeah,
hang
totally.
out with somebody. Not like you have to hang out. I'm gonna move on. Anyway,
Please
so
move on.
backing up a little bit, Santa Claus 2, speaking of poor rankings, and we could agree that it does, didn't make IMDb or Esquire list, so that kind of takes away the is it a Christmas movie, because Santa Claus 2 is definitely a Christmas movie. But it only ranked 56% for critics and 43%. Both are definitely failing scores. Where Spirited, though, also didn't make the Christmas list, the IMDb or Esquire lists, but I think that could be because it's new.
Yeah, how old was the list? Yeah.
Yeah. Well, IMDb constantly updates, type of a deal. Like, so it's weird. But it's still new. And it did get 70% by critics and 80% on Rotten Tomatoes by audiences. So it's based off of the scores that we're seeing there, it's kind of got potential. And now comes
I think
to
if it would probably score higher if it wasn't like with the audience, if it wasn't only
Just
on
Apple.
Apple TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if
There's
they
a lot of
released
people
it
that
onto
haven't
other
seen it.
platforms, I think a lot more
Yeah.
people would have watched it. So
Yep. But shout out to Apple TV a little bit. Not like I'm boosting them, but they've got some pretty good shows on there that I didn't think they had.
Yeah.
Anyway,
like Ted Lasso.
This is something.
Oh, shout out Ted Lasso Christmas episode. Like, might be one of the best Christmas episodes of any TV
It
show.
is a good. It is a
But-
good.
It is very good.
This is where I think, honestly, I think there's just a natural fight here. I didn't realize there was a natural fight until, like, you start talking to people about it, because it's interesting that these two movies tied. These two movies tied at number 9. And it's only very interesting to me. And we could actually have a tiebreaker, maybe. But they tied because Adam put one of these at his number 1. And I put the other one at my number 1. And that's the only reason they're tied. And that is White Christmas versus It's a Wonderful Life.
So
And
which one
I
did you
put
have as your number? one?
Adam mistakenly thinks that White Christmas is the best Christmas movie of all time, and I correctly think It's a Wonderful Life is the best Christmas movie of all time.
Yeah,
So,
I mean, White Christmas is
and
great. You know why it's the best, and why it's the best of my household is we've already watched it. It's December 4th when we're recording, and we watched this movie on the day after Thanksgiving.
So for me, I've only seen both these movies once, probably each, um, which is dumb. My wife and I talk about every year that we want to watch "It's a Wonderful Life," and we always forget and don't get it done.
it is
I'm
the staple movie
And then,
in our house.
yeah,
Like,
and
I've
then
been,
what I
See,
remember of it,
ours is White
fantastic
Christmas.
movie. White Christmas, it's iconic.
And I will.
So do you not like it at all, Andrew, or do you just?
no, I disagree. I think it's a terrible movie.
What?
This is the one Christmas movie that now listen, I will even maybe this should have been on my hot takes that I don't get what the
Probably.
hype is, that I tried and I didn't from that podcast, because the
So can
truth
we
is,
yell at Andrew now? Because you guys yelled at me
Yeah,
for my Wicked hot
we
take,
can.
but his
No,
White Christmas hot take
listen.
might be worse.
listen,
This is worse than The
I
Wicked,
went
for
a
sure.
really long time trying. I went a really long time not watching it, and everyone would talk about it. It's like, it's really good. Like, you should watch it. Like, you had people who did that. I sit down to watch this movie, and it doesn't make a lick of sense in story at all. It is barely a
What?
Christmas movie. It is so sporadic. Listen, this movie would make more sense if it was a stage production, because I feel like I'm not watching a movie. I feel like I'm seeing vaudeville, which makes sense for the time of which it came out. But as a movie with a storyline where all of a sudden they just stop halfway through and just these people are singing on stage, and what's
It's
up with the
because they're
weird random
rehearsing.
dancing number? Why
They're
do I
rehearsing.
why do I care to watch a rehearsal? Show the
Why do
whole
you care to watch anybody sing and dance in a movie? Because it's fun and it's talented.
It
It's
so
a,
doesn't make sense with the whole plot of the movie. That's
yeah,
what I
it
mean.
does, because in the plot of the movie, they go to this hotel and then they're
Mhm.
like, oh, our ex-general is having a hard time. There's nobody here. He sunk his entire savings, his pension into this hotel. Hey,
Mhm.
we're super famous. Let's bring our show here to get people to come to the hotel. We'll use it as an excuse that we're rehearsing so that we can put money into the hotel for our general who we love.
Mhm.
And then you get these rehearsal numbers
Yeah.
that they're playing for people at the show.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what you can't comprehend about that.
It sounds boring and dull. And how much of it is really Christmas except for when he
Dude,
sings
you're saying
White Christmas?
White Christmas is boring and dull? It's a
White
Wonderful
Christmas
Life is like 3 hours of snooze fest.
It is not. It's iconic, and it is.
Just because it's iconic does not mean it's not a snooze fest.
It's not a snooze fest. People watch it every year. I heard even in
People
Andy's
watch
said,
Christmas every year.
Yeah,
You can't use
do
that
they,
argument
though?
because it's the same argument I could make for White Christmas.
That's true. That's actually a really good point. But
I just like that you guys are getting so mad at each other for your movie
No,
hot takes.
I actually like
it's
It's
really
a Wonderful
funny.
Life. I don't hate It's a Wonderful Life, but it
It's
is
really-
a lot more boring than White Christmas is. Like,
Dear podcast listeners, do know that we are not actually mad at each other. This is just how we get heated.
I don't think so. Adam looked pretty hurt that you said White Christmas is terrible.
I don't
I'm
like
not hurt. I'm just disappointed.
it. I don't like it. I have such a hard time watching. But I also, so upon this, because I was hesitant to explain that. I was like, oh, okay, this is, like I said, I watched it. I've heard so many people say it's good that I was like, how do I tell people I think this movie's bad? And I found out there's like different camps, which is proving more and more true that you either are a White Christmas person or you're an It's a Wonderful Life person. And I think it's so funny that so many people are that split up about just these two particular Christmas movies, because there's
I think
not
it's
a lot
because
of
they came
people,
out around the same time.
maybe, but there's not a lot of like I would never be like to any you can't pair me with two different Christmas movies where there's a majority of people who are like that one's awful but that one's significantly better, and then there's other people who just separate who have exact opposite opinions. Like generally most people enjoy their Christmas movies.
Yeah.
But
I will
Well, I
say,
guess they're
Andy,
not the same time. They're 9 years apart.
yeah.
it's I mean
It's pretty close.
but
But I mean, and like this, like I said earlier, like I don't hate It's a Wonderful Life. I like It's a Wonderful Life, but to me, White Christmas is just so much better.
no, it's not.
But plus, White Christmas is my
honest-
favorite Christmas song,
And then
so that
it
gives
is
it also a
actually
plus.
it is the most popular and most money making Christmas song of all time is White Christmas. Which
Yeah.
I will give thanks for White Christmas for that, because it's a good song. You can't deny White Christmas. It's a good song.
Well, actually, I don't think White Christmas actually was I'm pretty sure Holiday Inn, which came out several years beforehand, was actually
Yeah,
what
but Bing Crosby is who made that
White
song.
Christmas. Right,
Bing
he was in
Crosby's
Holiday
the-
Inn too.
Yeah, but
So-
he's the one. But that's what I'm saying. But he got to sing it, and he made it more popular because of the
Yeah.
movie White Christmas.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that those two are tied. But more people agree with me than they do with Adam. I'm just gonna say
Yeah.
that here.
Which is fine. I'm not surprised.
IMDb ranks White Christmas as the 28th, still high. So my opinion is still like considerably in a weird place, but it's still high up there. Esquire gives it 4, which is pretty good. However, this is where it's interesting. Critics give it a 76%, and audiences give it an 89%. It's a Wonderful Life, on the other hand, which is wonderful, is both IMDb and Esquire rate it as the best Christmas movie, number 1. And Rotten Tomatoes, critics give it a 94%, and audiences give it a 95%, making it up there. I don't know, man. Feels like the tiebreaker is in my
I
direction
think
here.
part of the problem is there's also a lot of people out there who don't like musicals.
Yeah,
I'm sure that plays into a factor. And critics notoriously don't like musicals. Like
movie critics.
all the ones that have any kind of singing in there. Which I guess on our list isn't a lot, but
It's not a lot.
but like Jack Frost has singing in it. That one's a 67. Santa Claus. Oh, never mind. That one's.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
singing.
I mean, just look at our number.
Spirited has singing in it, and it's got 70%. So,
Yeah. So like, but then the audience love like 80%. So
Yeah.
like, I'm pretty sure
Well-
critics just don't like singing.
We're just weird. All right, moving on. The next one the next agreed upon one by me and Andy didn't make Adam's list, which I was surprised with. I thought this would have made your list too, Adam. But I'm
It was
not
very close.
hurt that it's not there.
If I had an 11 or 12, it would have been on the list.
The movie that we have ranking in at number 8 is Elf, another Will Ferrell movie.
So
I had it
very
ranked
good.
higher than Andy did. This one was like my growing up Christmas movie.
I mean,
I
we
remember
went to
seeing this
when
one
we were
in
in
theaters.
school.
Yeah.
Our
We were in
school.
like what, second
took
grade
us-
or something, first or second grade,
Yeah.
something like that.
I think this is a
You're
good
an
movie
angry
almost
elf.
any time of the year.
You're an angry elf. No, so my wife actually was like, I can't believe you did not put that in your top 10. And because I do love this movie, it's
And we-
just, I feel like the movies I want to watch at Christmas and I tend to gravitate towards is not Elf. I will watch Elf, but it's not the first one I go to. And if it is, it's because my wife wants to watch it because it's
Mm.
probably top 3 of my wife's favorite. Because my wife's favorite is also White Christmas. So like it'd probably be in her brain White Christmas, Elf,
Mm.
and then or maybe Santa Claus is coming to town, something like that. Like those are like her 3 favorite, and Little Drummer Boy. She likes the Little Drummer Boy too. So it's like those are her like favorites. So, but Elf is a
Just
great movie.
Elf is so
Fantastic.
quotable.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know how many
It's-
times that I've heard
I-
somebody do the "I love you, I love you, I love you."
It's been me, and it's every time.
I hope you find
was-
your dad, buddy.
That movie shaped probably more of my humor than I want to give it credit for in some ways.
Well, it's just funny because it like took the Rankin and Bass thing
Yeah.
and brought it into the modern early 2000s,
Yeah.
which I thought
Didn't it-
was, and it
Jon
wasn't
Favreau?
like they were
Favreau
making fun of
directed
it.
No,
It wasn't like they
it
were
was just
making
part
fun of it. It was just like it was almost like an homage to the old
Oh, yeah.
Rankin and Bass.
If
movie.
they were
At least
going
that
to, dare I say, it's almost in the universe of movies that I haven't seen. I haven't watched very many of them, but it's like they tried to do what Enchanted did, but they did it, or Enchanted tried to technically do what Elf did, but Elf did it better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enchanted tried to make Disney princess live action, and
I don't think
They
Yeah,
did
and
this.
Enchanted is a very good movie as well.
oh yeah, it was
Let's-
just different.
Just putting that out there.
I've
Yeah.
never seen it.
Oh, it's funny. You should watch it sometime. Sam would probably love it if she hasn't seen it.
I think she's
already.
seen
I do not ever say whether Sam would love a movie or not. I've already
That's
stated
true.
that on the
Wait,
pod.
right.
I will continue to
Enchanted-
say that.
Which one is Enchanted? Is that the,
The
one
Disney
with
one.
Amy Adams.
Oh, Amy?
She's a Disney
'cause I was
princess that
thinking-
gets.
Yeah, I don't think
Um,
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
No. They're talking about something.
Elf ranked on IMDb's list is number 6, and Esquire is 13. Solid 86 by critics and 79 by audiences. Which audiences? What are you doing?
No, I actually am not surprised. I've met several people who really don't like this movie,
Really? Like really?
but they also don't like Will Ferrell in general.
Oh, okay.
So then, yeah, they
See,
just like.
I know
my-
people
my
who
dad-
don't like Will Ferrell, but like Elf. Like my wife doesn't like Will Ferrell, but she likes Elf.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure my
Kind of.
Andy and
She's
I's
giving me the
dad
whole.
does not like
eh.
Elf, and he really does not like Will Ferrell. So
Dude, one of my favorite scenes in that is when the park rangers or whatever show up, and he's like, "They've never forgiven me for whatever," and I was like, "What did they do that got them on the naughty list?" Like that's what I want to know. Like,
I never
Well,
forget
I feel like that was a
the
joke on
list.
potentially police brutality or something.
Yeah.
That was
Maybe.
probably a
They're
joke
not-
about that.
They're just rangers.
yeah, they're just park guys. Like that's all they are.
Well, they're the New York City Mounted Brigade. Like,
Whatever they are.
I just feel like
That,
it was just
honestly,
a joke on.
I want a movie. I want a prequel movie
About the Mounted Brigade.
about the Mounted Brigade. Let's just make it an action flick. But it's canon. Like make it canon. Make it rated R. So like you really know. Like that would really change how scary that scene is if they made that a rated R movie where they showed all the blood and gore of what these guys did. It's like no wonder they were running away from them. Gosh, that'd be awful. Anyway,
The snowball fight scene is pretty great. Like I wish I could throw a snowball. I wish I could make a snowball that perfect like they did in that movie.
like, are you ready? You start making them. He makes one snowball, and Buddy's got like
30.
72,
100,
something like
like-
that. It's like, you ready? No. All right. So moving on. Next one. You guys. This is you two agreeing with your Wonder Twin powers uniting.
I'm surprised you didn't have this on here.
It's an honorable mention for me.
This was a staple in
I
our house growing up.
yeah, it did not. It was not. Chevy Chase did not get a lot of love in my house growing up.
He only got love for this movie, pretty much.
Okay.
In our house, yeah.
And I actually watched this one a little late, and I think it's one of those that I enjoyed, but it's never been. I'm gonna keep watching this one. Actually, I don't think
my wife
Jackie
has yet to
likes
see this
movie.
one. My wife
I
hasn't
think-
seen it yet. I want to show it to her. I want to see if she'd like it. I don't.
Have we
think
said
she
what
would,
the movie
but
is yet? I don't think
No.
we've said what the movie is yet.
Oh
You should
yeah,
put it-
the movie is Christmas Vacation.
Yep.
Such a good movie.
Because I'm
It's-
pretty sure Jackie doesn't like this movie. We tried to
the
watch
thing
it.
is that
She was
gets
like,
me is they made several of the vacation movies. The first vacation movie is good, and Christmas Vacation is good. I don't really like the other ones. Christmas Vacation, the opening sequence of the animated Santa is iconic. Like as soon as I hear that song playing and I see the Santa like falling off the roof or whatever, like going through all the stuff that he's going through in that little animated intro, and then the sledding scene, like it's just it's
I got
so
two
good.
words.
Like
I got 2 words for you. Cousin Eddie. That's
Cousin
all you
Eddie.
need to know. It explains.
crap was full.
If that cat had 9 lives, he just blew right through him. Just
So good. But the thing is, thinking back, it's another one of those movies that I'm surprised I watched so young.
oh yeah,
Right.
you could not watch that as a kid in my house.
Yeah, like
yeah.
I think I went to watch it with my family, my kids and stuff, and I was like, we might have to wait on this movie. Like,
Oh,
No, you
because
sure.
can't watch that with kids, man.
No.
Isn't that the one at the whole scene at the end where he just is like he's swearing up a storm about the check?
Yeah.
I
too?
mean,
where's
like,
Tylenol?
like I watched that, I was like, no. How did families grow
There's
up
some-
watching this?
There's some swearing, but a lot of it is just some just unhinged, like random stuff. But yeah, and then I love at the end he's like, "I got a headache. Where's the Tylenol?"
He's like, holy crap! Where's the Tylenol? Or where are you gonna put a tree that big?
Bend over and I'll show you.
So good.
So good.
Oh man, I love that movie.
I think
But
that's
it's-
the reason I didn't like it too much is it felt a little too real at times. Not the whole
With
thing.
family.
With
Coming over.
family. Like it's more just like
Yeah.
this it really, even though it's a comedy, it really emphasizes the stresses of the holiday season.
Yeah.
That's how I'm jumping to movies for. That's what
Yeah,
I want my
I
Christmas
feel
movie
that.
to be. All right.
Well, that's the whole point of those vacation movies. Is it shows you like
I
what
know.
all could go wrong on a vacation.
It's just like the dad point of
Ugh.
view of vacations.
Yeah,
Dude,
like the dad's
the
always
scene, the scene
dads
where they have
always
to
are
get the tree.
regretting vacation
Yeah.
is
Yep. The scene where they
Okay.
get the tree, honey. Did you bring the saw? That his eyes go. Like, I still don't know how he got that tree out. I still want to know how he did that. Did he like
There it
chomp
is.
on the roots with his teeth? Like,
Probably.
how did he get through the roots?
Oh, cousin Eddie. He wasn't there. This one gets ranked by IMDb as it's their 7th, but number two by Esquire. Number 2, high up there. 72 by critics and 86 by audiences, which that makes sense.
yeah. I
This
feel
is
like
not a
none
movie
of
for
the
the critics.
I feel like none of the vacation movies did well with critics.
Well,
Um,
critics don't really like comedy movies a ton.
It depends on the comedies nowadays, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it has to be highbrow. Has to be
All right.
sophisticated comedy. No slapstick.
Oh.
Squirrel!
We are moving in to number 5. So we have 2 here tied for 5, which I think is interesting, but they're different enough. This is the weirdest set. The first one, though, makes it on all of our lists, but not high in all of our lists.
I think it was
and
my
that
number
is-
10 movie.
It is Muppets Christmas Carol. And I love
Great movie.
that. I'll give a small spoiler. This is the only version of Christmas Carol that is on our lists.
Yeah.
The only mildly true.
There's an honorable
Spirit
mention
is
for me,
kind of- yeah, absolutely. I love the Christmas Carol, but I think it took me years to realize, way too long to realize, this is my favorite version, and I think I used to be ashamed of that because it was Muppets. No,
Right.
it's good. It's got Michael Caine in
fantastic.
it, and that's enough.
Dude.
It's
Yeah,
so
Michael
good.
Caine. What was it? I love. There's somebody like posted a meme, and it's like the reason why the Muppet movies worked is Michael Caine treated the Muppets as fellow actors, and then it's like, what's
Tim
his
Curry
name?
was a Muppet.
Tim Curry
acted like
became
a Muppet.
Yeah, so good.
But yeah, I think it's a great movie. I think it's a perfect introduction for kids on A Christmas Carol.
Mhm.
And I also,
Yeah, 'cause
especially
Christmas Carol is kind of a creepy.
there's an
premise and-
animated one.
Are you talking about the one with Jim Carrey?
Yeah,
Have you-
that one.
The
is
one with Jim Carrey is
terrifying.
terrifying, but it's fantastic. That would be my honorable mention. I love
It's-
that one.
as an adult, I like it. We showed it to the kids, and we were like, instant regret. It is so
Yeah.
terrifying with all the kid when he goes for the third ghost with Christmas Future. Oh, awful. Do not watch this with your kids. Muppets Christmas Carol, watch with your kids.
Yeah.
Jim Carrey's Christmas Carol, don't watch
the
it
Mickey
with your
Mouse one is good. The Disney Mickey Mouse Christmas Carol. That one's pretty good.
See,
but Muppets Christmas Carol takes the cake. Like, it's my favorite of the Christmas carols.
I saw, like, I love Muppets Christmas Carol. It made my list. But this was like the one that was like, it was this one or Elf for my list. And barely beat out Elf. But like, when it comes to other Christmas carols, like, I saw the Christmas Carol as a play. And for some reason, I loved it so much that the other ones just aren't as good. Seeing it as a play. So
yeah. I do like the Patrick Stewart one. That's probably my second favorite Christmas Carol.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
It's a good one. He plays Scrooge, and it's so good. I'll give a shout out to my mom, who never listens to this podcast, but I did talk to her about it, and she told me her favorite has been her favorite. I think it's just called Scrooge. Not to be confused with Scrooged, but Scrooge with Albert Finney as Scrooge, and that's a good one too. But anyway,
the Muppets is definitely my favorite. Just the Rizzo and
the narration.
Yeah, who's the Gonzo? Sorry, I blanked on who Gonzo was. Their narration is hilarious. Like, usually narrator, you don't see the narrator, but they're like, you know what? They're gonna see the narrator, and Rizzo is gonna fall into a frozen bucket of ice. He's gonna fall into the chimney. Like, he's gonna
get his tail caught on fire. Like,
and dare I say, go back and watch that movie and tell me, out of all the movies you've ever seen, except for maybe Hook, but that is not the best looking turkey you've ever seen in a movie.
That's true.
It might be a puppet. It might be 100% fake. It still looks delicious. Anyway. And the one that we have tied for this one made it really high because it's really high apparently on Andy's list and my list. But it didn't make it to Adam's list. But this is the highest of the sequels, which is Home Alone 2.
Yep. Still a very good movie. Like I said, when I messaged Andrew, I'm like, I have so many honorable mentions.
Yeah.
Like, all these movies deserve 10s, and several of the honorable mentions deserve 10s, but I had to make a choice. And this one didn't make
this week, I watched both Home Alone and Home Alone 2 with my children.
Yeah.
And I put Home Alone 2 above Home Alone 1 for spoilers because my son's reaction to Home Alone 2 was more infectious than his reaction to Home Alone 1. His laugh during Home Alone 2 made me enjoy the movie so much more. Because, like, the scene where Harry's getting hit in the head with a brick like 3 or 4 times, if you guys could have heard my 4-year-old son laughing at that part, like it was hilarious. Like
I think in
I
general,
will-
it's a better
he's
movie.
seen the movie before, but because he's only 4, he doesn't remember it. So it was also kind of fun
Oh,
to
yeah.
watch him kind of watch it for the first time again.
Right.
And
Yeah.
but also, like, I saw a little glint in his eye, and I hope he's not getting any ideas.
That could take a brick to the head from a
Dude,
roof. It'll be fine.
The
Home
more
Alone
like,
2
hey, I could set up traps and trap people. Like,
Home Alone 2 might be funnier than Home Alone 1,
100%.
but I don't know. Home Alone made my ranking just because I feel like that's the first one I watch. I love the first one, but like you said, they like up the antics when it comes to what they get, what Harry and Marv go through.
Yeah,
like
because they should have.
Marv should have been dead.
Yeah.
He should have died with the bricks.
No.
Or
They
the
both
electricity.
should have died, and I have a theory that they both do die because you never see those two characters again after that movie. They go to the hospital and they don't
die
make
of
it.
eternal bleeding.
Yeah, like they don't make it. They
Well, you
Well,
also
they get arrested. They get
I
arrested.
don't
So
think. Yeah, sure they do. Yeah, and then they immediately find out that they're hemorrhaging and take them to the hospital, and they don't make it. Do you see? There is YouTube videos that explain the kind of trauma these guys would have gone through.
Oh yeah,
They're
dude.
dead.
I mean, Marv got electrocuted. Like
The bricks would have killed him.
Yeah, no, the
The
bricks.
bricks,
He
that's
should
it.
not have gotten up from that.
That's it.
I just
that was
love-
done.
when the bricks are falling, and he's like, Harry. And then all of a sudden he sees he's got another brick, and he's like,
I love that the audio on that breaks. Like he totally clips a microphone screaming, and they just leave it in. They don't even try to fix it. Like it was just you can listen to that, and the audio on him screaming is not clear. It's not cut. You hear it.
You know why Macaulay Culkin? Now that you mentioned that they died, Macaulay Culkin. The reason why he's not in it is his character got arrested for murder.
Maybe there you go.
About the third and fourth one.
But he went to the psych ward because of abuse. Because his parents didn't just leave him alone once, left him alone twice. And then he got attacked by the same two guys both times in two different states.
Right.
One in New York and the other in near Chicago suburbs. Yeah, this kid's messed up. That's why he's not in another one. He's gone.
Or he got recruited by military, and he's in some
We like to
bunker
clear your
somewhere.
kid.
He's in some bunker, top secret bunker, designing stuff for the government.
So, Muppets Christmas Carol, I think it's a crime, IMDb. It wasn't on your list. I don't know what's going on. I think that's a crime. And Esquire has it at 9. Once again, with the musical theory, I suppose here, 78% by critics and 86% by audiences. Where Home Alone, also Home Alone 2 specifically, also not on either list. But this is where it gets me. This one gets me. This one is the first one of really it hits me right in the heart. Critics, a 35%.
That's
It's
horrible.
got Tim Curry in it. How are you going to give Tim Curry a Tim Curry movie 35? Actually, that kind of tracks.
Tell me you love me. I love you.
We love you. And audiences, though, it also hurts because it's 62%. I've never met somebody who's like, I hate Home Alone 2.
I feel like I met somebody.
No, I've never met somebody. I've heard people, it's okay. I don't like it that much, but hate it? To put it at 62? It's a tragedy, I think. All right.
Especially for a sequel. Like I said, I ranked it above the original.
So did I.
But it's good for a sequel. You know, usually sequels are not that great.
Well, then you get to Home Alone 3 and Home Alone 4. And
we don't talk about those.
Those don't exist.
The next, you know what?
My kids asked if they could watch them, and I was like, not with me. I ain't watching
The movie
third or
that would
fourth one.
make a lot of money. Actually, you know what, Adam? You might want to watch Home Alone 3.
Why?
Scarlett
I think I've seen it.
Johansson's in it.
I think
Is
I've seen
she?
it, but I don't remember.
She is in it. She plays the older sister. It's not good, but she's in it. Anyway,
I've seen it. I just don't remember her being in it.
No shit. Anyway, moving on. Next on the list, we're getting there, guys. Long pod, but we're getting there. This is number 4. No More Ties. Number 4. The Santa Claus is coming to town, or just Santa Claus is coming to town, and you two ranked this one super high on your list, and I've
'Cause it
It
deserves
was it was
never seen it.
my number
have
3
no
movie.
opinion. I'm out. You guys are gonna have to explain this one.
Oh, it's just the origin story of Santa. That's all it
made
is.
by Rankin
It's
and Bass.
by Rankin and Bass. It's like I said, it's just the origin of
Got
Santa.
the Winter Warlock. Awesome, hilarious character. It's got one of the best songs. If you haven't heard it, then you're
Put
looking at
one foot in front.
of the other.
So good. So good.
And soon you'll be walking across the floor.
I would sing that song when we were trying to get our kids to walk.
100%.
I'm just happy to hear Adam sing it. That's all I need.
But like I said, it's just one of those iconic. Like every year, we would watch it. And
Yeah, it's
I've-
one of
every year that I can remember since I've had my own kids, we watch it.
Like I said, my dad really loves this one too, so we watched it a lot as a kid. It's just it's the origin story of Santa, and I like how at the end they also bring it back to, we're all Christians here, but they bring it back to Jesus at the end. Talk about the true meaning of Christmas, why Christmas is a thing. So I appreciate that out of the movie too, but it's just good.
It is funny.
The villain in it is hilarious. The Burgermeister Burger, like.
Yep.
I'm already in it for that. I've not seen it. I'm here for Burgermeister.
There is also a very trippy song that Mrs. Claus sings that you can definitely tell it was like the 60s or 70s when it was made.
Yeah, it was definitely 60s, and it definitely is like, okay, some hippies made this.
I'm trying to think. There's a pretty famous guy who talked for Santa. I'm gonna Google it.
It was Mickey. Is it
Mickey?
I looked at Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney. Yep.
I saw that when I was doing my research for it.
I'm pretty sure he talks for Santa and several of them.
There's some real big names in these movies that are voice acting them too.
Well, Rankin and Bass.
Fred Astaire was, I think he was the. Who was he? SD Cougar. I don't know who that is. Is that the mailman?
Yes, I think. Rankin Bass also made the cartoon Hobbit movie
and Lord of the Rings.
And Lord of the Rings. So they're doing all sorts.
Which, if you haven't seen the Rankin and Bass Hobbit movie, talk about kind of a weird movie.
I watched that in school. Watched that in 5th grade after reading The Hobbit.
I think I own it. I think I bought it. Maybe I didn't. I recently bought the Rankin and Bass Lord of the Rings movie.
I've started that one. I haven't finished it.
I haven't finished it. Yeah, same here. Okay, that one. You guys had high up on your lists. So that was our number 4. IMDb has it at 49. Didn't make the Esquire list, but
that's dumb.
High ranking, very high ranking in Rotten Tomatoes. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 93 for critics and 82 for audiences.
Why did the audience rank it so low? That's what I want to know.
It's the same reason why Andrew never watched. Like, people just weren't into the animation style.
Claymation, yeah, it could be put off by the animation. That's why. It's not necessarily that it's bad, but you haven't really watched it.
Yeah, and Yeah, and 82 is a very solid score. It's not that they didn't
Still a good
like it.
score.
It's just not it's just not like their favorite thing.
If anything, it's people who have watched it probably might have really liked it. So. Okay, moving on. We are in our top 3. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Mostly gentlemen, according to our demographic. We are in our top 3. We have, and this is, let's see, we have only had one where these, since then, Muppets Christmas Carol is the only one so far that's been on all of our lists. But these next 3 are in the top 3 because they were mentioned separately, but in all of our lists somewhere. And number 3 is Home Alone. Finally talk about why it's higher up here. Mostly it's higher up here because it wasn't on all of it was in fact on all of our lists.
Yeah.
With Andy actually having it the highest point wise. I had it second highest, and then Adam had it third. So 14.25 points for Andy, 13 for me, and 12 for Adam. To conclude to be the number 3 on our list. And I think it's great. I actually used to like this one a lot more, but it was mostly because they didn't show it on TV as much, I felt like, as the second one. And so I always wanted to watch it. And this is also the movie. There's only like 3 movies that I can think of where I have to, I get a craving. And this is the one where I watch it and I want to have Domino's pizza. Or maybe not just Domino's. No, just pizza. Domino's pizza is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But just pizza.
Yeah, the pizza place
Domino's?
is like a ripoff of Little Caesars. It's like a Little Nero's or whatever.
Yeah,
That's what the
like
pizza. That's what the pizza
Except the
place
pizza
would be.
looks better than Little Caesars.
It does.
In the movie.
What I
want to
love,
try Little Nero's.
one of my favorite stories about Home Alone is that they had to do so many reshoots because Joe Pesci couldn't not swear.
Yeah. Joe
Because
Pesci apparently was a mild terror on set. Like, not that people didn't like him, but just caused some issues.
well, that's because he's used to playing in rated R movies, and all of a sudden, hey, you want to play in this kids movie? And he's like,
he's the type of guy he's the type of guy you meet and like, is this guy a real life gangster? Like, is this...
I think he actually like bit Macaulay Culkin's fingers and caused him to bleed.
I didn't hear that one, but that wouldn't surprise me.
There's a scene like when right near the end where he's saying, "I'm going to start by biting off every one of your fingers," and he actually, because he went into method acting, he actually did it, and it traumatized Macaulay Culkin as a result of it. Not that kid that guy needed more trauma in his life, but way to go, Joe Pesci.
Yeah. The thing
also, they built that whole set inside a gymnasium from the house that was that they went in at the end. That was built. The inside of that was built inside a gymnasium at a school.
Nice.
Where they flooded.
One thing, like when we watched it this week, with the kids, is the nail scene makes my foot hurt every single time I watch it. Every time I watch it, I was like, oh! I'm like, no. You know it's coming, but you're just like, no. As soon as he makes the trap, you're like, oh no. Or the Christmas order. Pretty much any of the stuff that involves feet, like, makes my feet hurt. Like, it's just...
This is the problem, though, with Home Alone 2 and Home Alone 1, is once you watch Home Alone 1, and you're like, wow, I can't believe like he got away with all those traps and did that. You watch Home Alone 2 and you just watch him step it up just enough that it's still moderately believable that he could do this, but it wasn't like too zany, even though as you grow up, you're like, okay, this is ridiculous.
Like, well, he had to step it up because in the second one, they know what this kid's capable of.
And they also are like, we're gonna kill this kid. Like, that's what they were trying to do. They were literally trying to kill them.
That was it. But then the thing is, it gets into, you go back and you watch Home Alone 1. This is why I have Home Alone 2 ranked a little higher. You go back and watch Home Alone 1, and it's like, he's not even tapped into his full potential. Just wait. Like, you think this is bad. Just wait. You're about to mess with him again in a year, and he's going to straight up murder you. And you're going to think you're going to do the killing. It's just like, wait for it.
You know what would have been hilarious if for like a Robot Chicken? Somebody who made Spoosted transferred Macaulay Culkin's character into Mr. and Mrs. Smith. With Angelina Jolie, because they have the whole fighting in the house and fighting in the hardware store. That seems like that's peak.
Yeah.
Peak what that character would be capable of.
Listen, there's two people who you always have to wonder about with any fight, about whether they would win. You have to ask the same question. And it's, how much prep time do they have? And it's between and it's really interesting that it's between these two characters, because one of them is Macaulay Culkin in Home Alone, and the other one is Batman. And those two different characters, they're two completely different. But that's what matters, is how much prep time do they have?
Right.
Can we just be honest? Kevin McAllister from Home Alone became Jigsaw from the Saw franchise. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I was gonna say he became Batman, but okay.
No,
they're
Jigsaw.
They're multiverse of the same cells. Because there's actually theories that their dad is a gangster in Home Alone.
I saw that. That's why he's like, "What? Am I arrested?" It's because he's like a money launderer or something like that for the mob or whatever.
And Chicago is just Gotham City in real life. Like,
yep,
that's what it's. So, it is number 2 on IMDb's list, number 5 on the Esquire list, and once again, hurt with Home Alone 2. I'm hurting again with this one. Critics, I don't know what your problem is that you guys don't like these, except for maybe Macaulay Culkin's acting, which, dare I say, isn't that bad for a child. He did pretty good. 66% on Rotten Tomatoes for critics and 80% by audiences. Which, once again, I don't know people who dislike Home Alone. I've never met somebody who's like, this is a bad movie. But moving on, we are into number 2. That made it on all of our list. High, dare I say, in Andy and Adam's list, and that is The Santa Claus. So we have the sequels later in the list, but these are the top 2. Or, well, out of the top 3. We have The Santa Claus. We've talked about it a little bit already.
Mm-hmm.
It's I like it. I like the more adult feel of it.
Yep.
I thought going down to the more kiddish range, where it was funnier, it lost a little bit of its essence that it was for the Santa Claus. I like how it deals with co-parenting from divorced parents in an interesting way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
it's Tim Allen at his best.
Yeah. And that they tried, it's interesting, all the dynamics that they go through with the character development of even trying to make, what was his name? I know it was Judge Reinhold that played him, but the stepdad?
Gary? Yeah.
Alan? No.
I thought it was Jerry. I don't remember.
I can't think of his name.
Let me Google. We have the internet
how,
now,
like,
we can Google.
How Scott Calvin tried to make him out to be the bad guy, but you learn it's like he's not a bad guy. He's just a guy that
he's just the annoying new husband.
Right.
His name's Neil.
Neil. That's right.
Neil. Well, and I don't even think Scott Calvin necessarily believed when he was making, like, I think he was just annoyed with the fact that this guy, like, annoyed that
he was with his ex-wife.
Yeah. I don't even think, like, he made fun of him, and he always throughout all the movies, he makes fun of him. Yep. But it gets later into, like, a joking, teasing, loving way. But, like, in the first one, I think it's just, he's upset because his wife married somebody new, and he gets to see his son more often than he does, and which is a normal
I think some
thing.
of it also is that Neil always had like an opinion on things, and it's like,
Yeah.
I don't really need your opinion on how to raise my kid or what to do with my kid, type of thing. But it does it, and then like the whole what they did in the 90s for the transformation, like he shaves his beard or whatever, and they did it really well. Where all of a sudden it's like, oh, it grew back in like 5 seconds, like. And then one of my favorite things is like when the doctor's listening to his heart and it's like Christmas music. And he's like, the doctor looks at the stethoscope like, what the heck?
Yeah.
I wonder about that movie because it makes you wonder, did Scott Calvin really change, or was change thrust upon him? Like, did he become a better person, or was he magically changed because he became Santa Claus? And I ask that because if you think of the meeting that he goes to where he's starting to gain weight and he has to wear like all the gray sweatpants, the sweatsuit, because you can't be there, and he's starting to criticize everything, and this is after he's going through the transformation. It's like, did he change? Did he recognize that he was a pretty bad person? Or was it just thrust upon him?
Well, the thing is, I don't necessarily think he was a bad person.
He wasn't great.
Yeah.
No, like he wasn't necessarily he was just
he
was just a toy exec. Like I don't think he was a bad person. He was just like, my job is to make this company money, so we're gonna do that type of thing. Like, I don't necessarily think he was.
And I'm talking about more about maybe there's a little line in there about, or not a line, some plot device or something where, or a lesson to be learned that your job could affect the job you have affects can affect who you are as a person.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is that I found when you bring up that scene, but like, I don't know, maybe it could be that they were changing it, but we never see him interacting not as that way, like when talking about toys.
Right.
But maybe he just took it more personally since he was supposed to be Santa now. Like Santa's not going down the street on a tank. Granted, that toy would be super awesome. Not gonna lie, but yeah, like also you got Bernard. Bernard was peak in this movie. Like he's good in the second movie, but he was peak in this movie.
The question that I have is,
and then you had the elf squad, the rescue squad. That was my favorite scene as a kid.
We're elves with attitude.
I wanted to be an elf with attitude so bad.
They really did.
I think we all did. We wanted the jetpack. We wanted the
having attitude was such a trigger word, probably to parents. It's like, you have such a bad attitude, and our kids are like, yeah, we do.
Yeah, we
because we're elves.
Worst attitude. But did that kid's acting get worse as he got older? Because he was not great in Santa Claus 2, but I totally believed him a lot more in the Santa Claus.
I don't know. It could have been writing. Could have been writing.
Maybe.
Like, I thought he did. The second one, he didn't have a ton of lines.
Yeah, he did. He was mad at the principal. He was the angsty teen.
Right, but he actually didn't talk that much. Like he was like he was the jumping off point for the movie, but then it quickly shifted to Santa Claus and dating and finding a wife. So
maybe he was there. He was a key factor in bringing him together.
There were some cheesy lines for his character for sure. Like when he's talking to Carol, about like the seeing is believing, believing is seeing, or whatever. Like there was some cheesy dialogue in that, and I don't know if that was how he delivered it or if it was just the writing of that dialogue. Right. And also, he was a goofy teenager. Like when he's like about to spray paint and he's like trying to like impress the girl, about to go in for the kiss, like that. He's a goofy teenager, like who's trying to put the moves on this girl. Like it's going to come off super awkward, but
there was better. There's a better romance story in the Star Wars prequels.
So one of my favorite lines in the first Santa Claus, to get back to the first Santa Claus and not the second one,
Yeah.
is when they're telling him all about this new stuff they designed for him. He's like, "What if I fall off?" And like nobody's listening to him. He's just like, "What if I fall off the
I
roof?"
fall off
It's
the
just,
roof.
and
Don't
they're
worry,
just
that won't happen.
blow past it. Like it's so
and then
good.
his son got him was it a parachute or was it a rope? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Nothing. I don't think they.
Yeah, because somebody comes up and he's like, "This is very thoughtful." Like,
Oh yeah,
This
well, I think
is
one of
for
the
if I fall
elves.
off the roof. It might
I
have been.
I think
it's
one of the
little,
elves.
wasn't it the little like baby elf, like the toddler
Maybe,
elf looking
yeah.
one, came up
Yeah.
with like a rope or something. It's like, "Is this in case I fall off the roof?" And she like shakes her head yes. And he's like, "Well, thank you."
I have just really two more comments about it, and one of them is that I think Neil, despite the fact he's kind of for part of the movie portrayed as like we don't want your opinion, shut up, you don't have it. He's the only sane character throughout the whole movie. If it was as real life as it is, like he's like looking at people, a kid who thinks his dad is Santa Claus,
I mean,
a
I
dad
thought
who's
my
starting
dad
to
was
act
Santa.
like he's Santa Claus. Yeah, but this kid's really taking it far, and you're hearing him, and he's got like genuine concern. And then it's hilarious at the end when he realized, oh no, nope, this is normal, everything's. He's just, nope, I'm wrong, I'm going crazy. Like you see him in
Yeah.
in a moment realize, nope, I'm just going crazy, and I'm ready to accept the crazy.
The thing
Like,
that
you're
gets
right.
me about the Neil character is he plays him as like the stereotypical like psychiatrist, which is
Yeah.
why most people find him annoying. Is because it's like, dude, we don't need to talk about our feelings right now. Just knock it off.
He just wants to help. He just wants to help. And I had something else, but I can't remember it now.
I will say Neil's sweater game was on point. I don't care what Scott Calvin said.
Those are terrible.
Neil framed it for everybody nowadays. Maybe he's the original ugly sweater.
He probably is. Like,
all right. So moving on, IMDb has this one at 16. Esquire had it at 32. Rotten Tomatoes critics gave it a 73, and audiences give it a 66. This is another one. I don't know if I've heard too many people who say they don't like this one.
I don't think I know anybody who doesn't like that movie.
But why is critics higher on this one? That's what throws me. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean it's still a pretty low score for the critics too.
But it's a comedic score. Like it's there with other comedies that are on this list, but that's 66 from audiences. Now this one, our number one, is the weirdest one when we're talking about Rotten Tomatoes. So we'll get to that one.
Yeah.
But this one made it on all of our lists. It was high on all of our lists. It was not number one on any of our lists.
I'm pretty sure it was high. It was number one on my list, I think.
Oh, it is number one on Andy's list. It is. We can go through. It's number 2 on my list, and number 4 on Adam's list. And that is The Grinch. And more specifically, I guess, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, which more specifically still
the 2000
Jim Carrey version.
Yes.
With Jim Carrey. And honestly, this one, I think, even though it's probably been it's a 25-year burn, this one was a slow burn for me. There was a time where I did not like this movie. But that's because this movie is it's hit or miss for kids, but dare I say, if you're an adult and you've watched this movie and you grew up with this movie, you have a deep appreciation for what Jim Carrey was doing in this movie.
Dude, they were just like, hey, Jim, you want to play the Grinch? Sure, go nuts. Just go do your thing. Like, and it worked.
I will say to release. No, go ahead, Adam. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, I was going to say that this movie is so good that I have watched it not in the Christmas season.
I have also watched it.
I also had a music teacher. I had a band instructor who loved this movie so much that when we had downtime and he would put this movie on. He had it on VHS. We probably watched it like 6 times during the school year.
That VHS is broken.
Oh,
not
it's
worth
probably-
it anymore.
It's probably gone now.
He's probably got the Blu-ray
Yeah.
now.
Oh yeah, probably.
I have a rule in my house that we don't watch Christmas movies if it's not Christmas time. This is the only one. Maybe this and Home Alone, if I'm being more honest. These are the only movies where I'm like, it's the middle of June, and I'm like, The Grinch sounds like it'd be fun to watch. No, don't watch it yet.
Yeah.
But I heard, speaking of like Jim Carrey go nuts, I heard there is so much unedited or stuff cut on the editing room floor that they could have put it together and it could have been an R-rated
Oh, I'm
Grinch
sure.
movie.
Like
And I
some
want
of
that.
the I do too. Some of the jokes are like, as a kid you don't get them, but as an adult you're like, oh, ugh. Like,
Yeah,
It's-
this one gets you. This one you don't realize how good it is as a kid. And if you did, it wasn't for the same reasons as why you think it's so good as an adult.
right.
well, the thing is, it's like, and not to disparage the other two Grinch movies, because there's the really old one,
The
which is
original
good.
cartoon.
The original cartoon, and then there's I think it's just called The Grinch.
The Benedict Cumberbatch one.
Which at first, when it first came out, I didn't like it, but it's grown on me. It's not a terrible movie, but like in this one, they call him "You're a mean one." He is mean. Like in the beginning, when he hands kids a saw and is like, "Hey,
Go,
I'm just gonna run really fast, as fast as you can with the saw," or whatever. It's like he is mean. Like in the new one, he's more just kind of grumpy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in this one, he's mean. Like it's like, but then, like I said, just Jim Carrey at his finest. Like, and then like the amount he said, I think they said he had to spend like 6 hours a day in makeup
Yeah.
just to get the Grinch look, which is
And he
Well,
dealt
that's
with
commitment.
torture. He dealt with torture because of the contacts that he had to put. He had to literally went into, was it military style training to be tortured, or was it like CIA? I don't know. It was some high level
something
up
like
there.
that.
Because he had to deal with the pain. He started smoking on the set, which is funny to picture in full Grinch costume smoking because he was dealing with it. He's
That
like,
sounds
I'm doing
about
this.
right for his
I
character.
feel like that fits though.
And he's
for
like-
the Grinch.
But he's like, I'm doing this for the kids. I know, but to see the images is got to
Yeah.
be hilarious. He's like, I'm doing this for the kids. This is
Yeah.
who I'm doing this for.
So
And he
I was
actually
gonna say-
says now he would still do it. Like if they asked him to do another one, he would sign up to do it.
dude, come on, why are we not funding this?
I just
Because
want the rated R version out first.
the
this
thing
is
is, if they made a sequel, it probably wouldn't be very good because they couldn't do a lot of the stuff that they did in 2000. They would
Yeah.
clean it up. They would make it politically correct, and
Yeah. I will say it's a testament to this movie that all Grinches that you see base their characters off of Jim Carrey's Grinch.
oh, like at like
It's
Disney
so
or
good.
whatever.
Yeah, like Disney and whatever. Like they're based off of Jim Carrey's Grinch. Like all their personalities. So that's a testament. But yeah, it's just so good. Like him when he's going through his calendar and he's like 5 o'clock, wallow in self pity. 6 o'clock, dinner with myself. I can't cancel that again. He's literally nuts.
And when he's just looking at people, he's like, hate, 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 hate. Loathe entirely. Like, he does such a good job. It's so good. It's all good. It's all hilarious. Would watch it right now. What do we
Most
even do?
relatable thing. Am I just eating because I'm bored?
Yeah. Am I just eating? He's just eating glass.
Yeah. Dude, I love when he's just like, "You're an idiot," and his echo shouts back, "You're an idiot."
I'm an idiot.
Yeah, he's like,
You're an idiot.
So good.
All
Yeah,
right.
definitely a
Well,
good one.
gentlemen, let's wrap this up. IMDb had this at 20. Esquire had it at 28. And this is the most criminally insane thing right here. Criminal. Critics, I get you. You didn't have to like this movie. You're the critics. I still think you're low. 50%. Sad. You know what's more sad? The audience score. 59%. 59.
This doesn't actually surprise me. I've met so many people who do not like this movie.
Really? In the last so many years. Oh,
You should
gosh,
not
it's so-
associate with those people anymore, Adam.
that's negativity in your
I
life.
do my
you don't
best.
need. It's so
Like, that's the first
good.
question I ask when I meet new people. It's like, hey, do you like How the Grinch Stole Christmas? And if they say no, then I'm like, well, we're done talking. We're never
Well, that
talking
was-
again.
That was a good try.
Yep.
All right, so to make it more accurate for individuals lists as we're wrapping up, Adam's list that he came up with from 10th to 9th was A Muppet's Christmas Carol, The Year Without Santa, Jack Frost, Home Alone, Santa Claus 2, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Grinch, Santa Claus, Christmas Vacation, and White Christmas. Andy's list from 10 to 1. Muppets Christmas Carol, Spirited, Christmas Vacation, which is interesting. I think that you guys had them in so different, but you both loved it, so it's fine. Elf, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Home Alone, Home Alone 2, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, The Santa Claus, and The Grinch. And I had Spirited, Polar Express, The Santa Claus, Muppets Christmas Carol, Home Alone 2, A Christmas Story, Elf, Grinch, and It's a Wonderful Life. And that, if you want to know, Rotten Tomatoes scores from the critics had the worst one was Home Alone 2 at 35, and their highest ranked one was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at 95.
It's the GOAT.
Their top 3, Rotten Tomatoes critics top 3 was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer at first. Second place is It's a Wonderful Life at 94%, and Santa Claus is Coming to Town at 93. Audiences scores. The lowest in the audience was the Santa Claus 2, which I don't disagree with. It's probably the worst one that I have to say. Like, we agree, times 10. But I get why audiences out there don't like it. But it's criminal that the second worst one is The Grinch.
Yeah.
When we put that, it's criminal. It's wrong. Audience scores top 3 from Rotten Tomatoes. White Christmas at 89%. A Christmas Story at 89%. And It's a Wonderful Life at 95%. So you can tell we're already all over the place, but our final ranking from 3ND for all of our lists put together goes from 16th to 1st. Polar Express, Year Without Santa, A Christmas Story, Jack Frost, Rudolph, Santa Claus 2, Spirited, White Christmas, It's a Wonderful Life, Elf, Christmas Vacation, Muppets Christmas Carol, Home Alone 2, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Home Alone, The Santa Claus, and the champ, The Grinch. And that is our 16 movies of Christmas, minus The Partridge in a Pear Tree.
Yep.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for joining us for this long. If you stuck it out this long, this one was a long one. But thank you for joining with us. And let us know in the comments your favorite Christmas movies. Let us know if you agree. Let us know which is better, White Christmas or It's a Wonderful Life.
And why
Maybe
It's a
that'll be the
Wonderful
poll
Life.
on this. Maybe that'll be the poll this week.
We know how much you love your polls, Adam.
But leave us a comment, please. If you are listening to us on Spotify, please leave us a follow and give us a 5-star review if you like us. It really will help us with the algorithm, getting us to more people. But and then
Shout
also,
out.
follow us on X too for updates on the channel.
Shout out to Steve being the first to comment.
Yeah.
Good job, Steve.
Yeah.
Appreciate
You know
Steve.
who you are.
So
Steven.
yeah. Steve, we should do Jim Carrey movies. That'd be good.
All right, that's
That'd
a
be a
good
good
idea.
list. Anyway, moving on. To wrap up, like I said, give us a follow, give us a ranking, or give us a review. We're glad that you joined us. We'll catch you next time. And and like our Christmas movies, even though we'll have more episodes since it's Merry Christmas, I'll probably say it until Christmas hits. So
Yeah,
hope this time is a blessing to you. And with that, we're out.
See ya.
Stick.